Makerspace trivia quiz. Pick the best answer. Does everyone agree on a standard definition of a makerspace? No. Laura Fleming says makerspaces are a place where young people have an opportunity to explore their own interests, use tools, physical or virtual, and develop creative projects. Tricia Raffi, Catherine Cervenko, and Janelle State described makerspaces as DIY meets education. And Dr. Kwan says makerspaces are a designated space stocked with materials to be used and played with to produce a product, either physical or intellectual, like increased knowledge and expanded brain capacity. What is one valuable benefit of a makerspace? Makes students MBA stars, help students become better problem solvers, or is quiet problem solvers? Yes, problem-solving activities in makerspaces provide low-stakes, non-stressful opportunities to practice problem solving. Is makerspace problem solving a linear exercise like a mathematical equation? No, it was a loop, right? Creative problem solving is a loop that toggles in different directions and can include identifying the problem, exploring information, creating ideas, building and testing the ideas, evaluating the results, and selecting the best ideas. Those steps can be repeated, skipped, go back and forth, depending on the individual's problem, who's solving the problem, and the arrows pointed in both directions. So it's not linear. In Lorster, Preety, and Derry's four-step model for makerspaces, what does the acronym UTEC stand for? Using, tinkering, experimenting, and creating. Yep, I'm pretty sure that was it. Okay, and what do students do in the user phase? Pretty sure it's exploring, enjoying, and playing with materials others have made. And what happens in the tinkering phase? Questioning, researching emerges as learners make changes to things someone else has created. That's the Frankenstein piece. What happens in the experimenting stage? Building, trying, failing, repurposing, modifying, and failing is a critical piece of that puzzle. What happens in the creative stage? So something is created in the creating stage. A new idea or product or an invention. Creating is a key element of a makerspace. How do puzzles aid in children's development? Puzzles are a great tool for developing spatial abilities. What are the 5 C's associated with makerspaces? Critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, and citizenship. What are some of the benefits associated with using makerspaces? intense thought processing, creativity, enrichment, critical thinking, exploration, teamwork, engagement, and increased initiative for participants. Are there any downsides to consider? Yes, cost, messiness, noise, and management of the space itself. Name a technology innovator who started out at one of the US's first makerspaces. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started at the Homebrew Computer Club, and they were the founders of Apple. Their ideas changed the world. Makerspaces are our opportunity to help kids stand on the shoulders of giants. What skills did Dr. Benjamin Bloom include in his taxonomy of higher order thinking skills? Okay. Creating, evaluating, analyzing, applying, understanding, and remembering. I think those are higher order thinking skills. Whereas this one, those were the 5 C's of makerspaces. That's kind of a tough one. What does STEM stand for? Science, technology, engineering, and math. And what about STEAM? STEAM is science, technology, engineering, and math with art and design added in. The Rhode Island School of Design, I believe, supported that. What are the benefits of activities that combine analytical with emotional and artistic processes? They lead to brain growth and can encourage relaxation, help reduce anxiety. More neural pathways are formed when you go back and forth between that analytical and creative side. How do hands-on learning activities affect learning? They can make learning more meaningful and solidify the process. What term did Carol Dweck coin in her book, The New Psychology of Success? It was growth mindset. And growth mindset challenged the previous concepts of a fixed mindset that believed each person had a certain amount of intelligence that could limit people in terms of what they could study and master. What does growth mindset advocate? Talents and abilities can be developed through effort, and failure is reframed as an opportunity to learn and improve. And that is the end of part 1. Okay, continuing, because Canva only lets you have 20 questions in a quiz. Well, how does Dweck's growth mindset theory approach failure? Failure is to be expected and reframed as an opportunity to learn and improve. as the experience of failure provides information and knowledge. Using Dweck's model, should educators praise intelligence or hard work? I'm going to say hard work. Praising hard work encourages learners to try harder rather than doing activities they know they can succeed with, which limits the experiences a learner would have. What makes libraries a good place for makerspaces? Since libraries already are known as centers that provide knowledge, books, tools, community access, and learning, creating knowledge and information is a natural progression. So makerspaces are natural for libraries. What are the American Association of School Libraries' 4 main standards for libraries? To think, create, share, and grow. What should you consider first when you're thinking about a makerspace? Budget and library patrons are important to remember, but thinking about yourself first is a good plan, because can you really commit the time, and does a makerspace align with your goals from an instructional, institutional, and professional standpoint? And that is the end of my quiz.